Guys, I will be dictating two passages every day, one general and one legal. So subscribe to my channel for latest updates. 5 seconds. This is a workman's petition against an order of the Labour Court denying reinstatement and granting compensation of a meagre amount of rupees 30,000 in lieu of reinstatement. The facts in brief are that the petitioner was engaged as a daily wager by the Forest Department in the year 1981. It was the workman's case that she worked up to 1903-2000 when her services were terminated by a verbal order. No retrenchment compensation was paid to her in terms of Section 25F of the Industrial Disputes Act 1947, for short the Act. She alleged that the daily wagers appointed after her were still working with the management and there was violation of Section 25G and 25H of the Act as well. On the matter being referred to industrial adjudication under Section 10(1) of the Act, the management took the defense that the Forest Department is not an industry. The workmen had no cause of action or locus standi to file the present application. On merits, it was alleged that the claimant had worked for 31 days in May 1988, 15 days in February 1996, 28 days in March 1996, and 3 days in February 1998, and it was also alleged that the workman herself had left the job and therefore compliance of Section 25F was not necessary. Violation of Section 25G and 25H was denied. Applicability of the judgment rendered by the Supreme Court in Harjinder Singh versus Punjab State Warehousing Corporation 2010-3 SCC 192 to the facts of the present case was denied. Though the petitioner was engaged as a daily wager, but it was not pleaded before the Labour Court that the engagement of the workman was against the rules or in violation of Article 16. In the present case, the management did not adduce evidence. It was closed by order dated 6/10/2006. The workman appeared as her own witness and reiterated her claim in her pleadings, though in her cross-examination she had admitted that there was no documentary proof of having worked from 1981 to 2000, but she had denied the suggestion that she had not worked for 240 days in any calendar year. The workman also examined Wazir Singh, forest guard. This witness was partially examined according to the Labour Court. His examination in chief was deferred due to non-availability of complete record at the time of cross-examination. Several opportunities were given to the witness to produce the summoned record, but he did produce the same. The Labour Court drew an adverse inference against the management for non-production of summoned record and held that there was violation of Section 25F. The Labour Court relied upon two decisions of this court to come to the aforesaid conclusion. On the question of relief, the Labour Court declined reinstatement by holding that the appointment of the workmen was not in accordance with statutory rules and in violation of Articles 14 and 16 of the Constitution. Several rulings were relied upon to reach the conclusion. There has been abject failure of the Labour Court to deal with the Supreme Court decision rendered in Harjinder Singh's case Supra. It was pressed by the workmen to be in her favor. No findings were returned by the Labour Court as to failure of compliance of sections 25G and 25H. A few seminal facts have to be taken as correct by inference in the present case, especially when the management led no evidence. Firstly, that the petitioner had put in 19 years of service before the termination. Secondly, there was no pleading of the management that the appointment was not in accordance with rules and violative of Articles 14 and 16 of the Constitution. All that the management said in the written statement was that the petitioner was not a regular employee. Thirdly, there was violation of section 25F in as much as no retrenchment compensation was paid at the time of termination, which was mandatory. Fourthly, the Labour Court failed to take stock of the far-reaching judgment rendered by Honorable the Supreme Court in Harjinder Singh's case and as to its applicability in the present case, especially when the court had reiterated that violation of sections 25F and 25G stand on the same footing in relation to claim for reinstatement.